This time I have a box, not a bag, and inside this box are my top 10 Tarmac Works of 2025. Jump into it. Alrighty folks, hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself. Let's jump into my top 10 Tarmac Works of 2025. So this is the first time I've ever done a top Tarmac Works video. And the reason being was because I had always looked at it like I don't buy enough Tarmac Works to do like a top video. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that was silly because Tarmac Works releases a lot of models. Not quite as many as Mini GT, but definitely very close. In fact, I think I counted, just for the regular releases, I think they had over 130 releases for 2025. And that doesn't include all the event models, all the collaboration stuff they do with Shuko and Mini Champs and all of that. And so I realized that even though I don't buy as many Tarmac Works as I do Mini GTs, I can still definitely do a top 10 for Tarmac Works because I only really buy what I really like from Tarmac Works. So if I'm doing that, that already kind of starts slowly building my top 10 throughout the year, right? At least that's kind of the way I looked at it. So yeah, we're doing a top 10 Tarmac Works this year. I'm super excited. I've got some beautiful cars sitting next to me. I do want to pull up a couple honorable mentions real quick. First one being this Porsche 911 GT3R from the 2023 Nürburgring 24-hour. Super cool livery on this one. This is one of my favorite Tarmac Works castings. This GT3R is always really well done, and really liked this one a lot. So I'll stick that back there. My second honorable mention is this one right here. It's a Global 64, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class Walled. This one's in black. Where's the information? There's the information right there. And I really liked this one because of the interior color. Really nice, like tan interior, and then like a brown leather color for the dash. Really, really nice. Tarmac Works has actually been stepping up their Global 64 game, which makes me very excited. In fact, there's a few Global 64s on the list this year. So yeah, really liked this one. And yeah, so a couple things, like I said, well, not like I said, but just like the Mini GT Top 10, this does not include any event exclusives. And I didn't really include any collaboration models as well, even though Tarmac Works kind of is just a collaboration brand. Like some of their stuff is made by IXO or licensed by IXO. But anyways, so no, I didn't include any Shuko or Mini Champ stuff. It has to be actually like, it has to have the Tarmac Works as like the main brand of the car. So anyways, with that being said, just regular releases. That's all that will be on this list. And yeah, I guess that's it. I think I was going to say something else, but I can't remember now. So let's jump right into it. So number 10, I have this one right here. So this is the, I believe the second actual race car release of the Ferrari F355 Challenge. This one was from the World Challenge Series in 2000. There's all the information on the bottom for you. I'm not a fan of these new acrylic designs. I like having the background with like some decent coloring or artwork in the back. I don't really like these ones that are clear on both sides. But anyways, this one right here, really cool. I really liked this livery ever since it was put on pre-order. I thought this was a really cool livery. This red and yellow Motorola, just kind of like classic 2000s in my opinion. And this is a really cool car too. As far as older Ferrari goes, I think this one's definitely up there. Same with like the 348. Just super cool. Really liked this one. I have not reviewed this one yet. I definitely can review it soon because I have some other Ferraris that we need to get through. But yeah, this one was super cool. Some interior color, all that good stuff. Plastic base on this one. That is one of the downfalls of a lot of Tarmac Works is they do use a lot of plastic bases. And I've said it many times before, but Tarmac Works quality is never going to be 100%. The odds of you getting a perfect model is just, it's very, very low. But they do some amazing cars, really good variety, and they make a lot of stuff that nobody else is making. And overall, I feel like for what you pay, the detail is pretty nice. Of course, on these Hobby 64s, brake details, pretty accurate liveries. Interior color for the most part, like they're overall pretty good. A lot of the Hobby 64s don't roll. It looks like this one The front wheels are a little too tight. But yeah, so Tarmac Works, you know, a little bit of a polarizing brand. Some people love them, some people hate them. Some people are kind of like me where I like them. I don't buy a ton of them. I just get the ones I really like. But yeah, this is the number 10 right here. Ferrari F355 Challenge in the Motorola livery. So I'll set that back here. Let's move on to number 8. This actually came out alongside another one. This is the Nissan Nismo GTR LM. This was the 1995 presentation version for Le Mans. And this car actually did race in the race, just with different wheels, I believe. And this released alongside the blue and white one as well. And I fell in love with this casting. I was so excited for it. Here's all the information there. And it was really well done. Again, another Hobby 64, so not going to have rolling wheels. It's going to have a plastic base, but the detail on it, I felt, was really good. And these are just this was just kind of a legendary casting and car that we just haven't seen from anybody else. So I was very excited to expand my 1995 Le Mans collection and just my old Le Mans racers in general. So very cool car, Clarion livery, red and white, all kinds of sponsorship logos all over it. It just looks amazing. Silver interior, you got the harness on the seat colored in. Just looks really, really cool. Very nicely done in my opinion. I don't really have any complaints with this one. So that is the number 9 slot. Moving on to number 8. This was actually a recent release and one that I was really impressed with. This is the Global 64 Tarmac Works Porsche 959 in red. And we haven't really gotten a lot. Well, I think this is the first, unless you count like Kyosho or some of that older stuff, I think this is the first like actually decent licensed Porsche 959 that we've gotten from anybody. I'm still hoping that Mini GT does it, but I was really impressed with this one. Like I said, Tarmac Works is stepping up their game for Global 64, and this casting was pretty much perfect. Like there's not really anything that I would tell them to change. They even did a metal base on this one. The wheels roll very nicely. And all the detail was there. It's crisp. The headlights look really good. Nice clear acrylic with the silver detailing back there. The license plate. Just everything on this looked really, really nice. The only thing I would have hoped for on this red version was maybe some color on the interior like they did with the gold version. And the reason I didn't pick the gold version is because that was not a regular release. And mine was also damaged on the interior. But yeah, really nice. The whole back end with the wing and that taillight piece that goes all the way across. It was just phenomenal. It's got nice weight to it because of that metal base. It rolls. Detail is crisp. Like there's really nothing I could say that they could do better on this one. I think this was a damn near perfect Global 64 casting, which I don't typically say too often for for Tarmac Works. So yeah, this is the number 8 Porsche 959 in red. Amazing model. I highly recommend picking this one up, especially because being a Global 64, it is pretty cheap. All right, moving on. Number 7. So I do have one complaint with this one, but I feel like the detail and the coolness of it kind of negates the complaint I have. So this is the Ford RS200, the Lombard RAC Rally 1986 version. They did release 2 of these this year. The other one is in the Marlboro livery. I will review both of these soon as well. This was another car that I have not reviewed yet. But here's the information on the bottom. Ford licensing, of course. All that information there. I really like the packaging as well. That was kind of another thing I really liked with this casting is you kind of have the render of the car right here, and then it has just like some little information. So it tells you the inline 4 engine, 5-speed manual, all-wheel drive. It just got some cool information like the dimensions of the car and stuff. Just very cool. I liked this one a lot. But yeah, my one complaint about it is this is a Hobby 64 Plus, so it does have all of the Hobby 64 Pluses will have either an opening part or a removable part, in this case removable. The one complaint I have with it, which is a pretty common thing with a lot of opening parts on diecast, is just that the panel gaps are a bit big. There's a fuzz on the antenna. Panel gaps are a little bit big. You can press it down and make it look pretty good like that. But if you just let it rest, it kind of pops back up, and it just doesn't sit super flush. Motor Helix is a brand that has figured out how to do the opening and removable parts perfectly, in my opinion, using magnets. Same as like Pop Race. I just don't support Pop Race. But yeah, really cool. Lots of really nice detail in here. Is actually really well done. The double wishbone suspension. The spare tire in the back is actually just another one of the actual wheels. It even has the tire printing. The tire's rubber. Oh, does it come out? Oh, no way. Oh my gosh. See, I need to review this one. The tire comes out. The tire comes out of the basket. I didn't know that. Yeah, I need to review this one. So yeah, that's really cool. And then of course all the engine detail back here as well. At least I believe the engine's back. Yeah, the engine's back here. You can see it right there. Forward on the little valve covers. Just super, super cool casting. Really well done. I liked this blue and white livery. Just felt classic. And this car is pretty legendary in rally. And that's one of the little like sublines from Tarmac Works that I've really been enjoying throughout this last year or so, is they've been doing some amazing rally cars. So yeah, Ford RS200, so cool. Super well done. Nice color on the interior. I can see harnesses on the seats. Gray dash. Just really nice, really crisp. But yeah, I will review this one and take a closer look at it and the Marlboro one as well. But yeah, this is my number 7. And it even came with a little stand for this rear hatch as well. So very, very cool. Like that one a lot. So we'll move on to number 6, right? That was number 7. Number 6, another car that really blew me away for being a Global 64. And they've released 3 of these this year, I believe. 3 of these Rally Lancers. I need to pick up the other 3. This is the only one I have so far. One of them actually just came out. So I guess technically they did 3 in 2025. But this was the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 2 from the 1995 Rally Monte Carlo. Just classic rally art. Rally Lancer. So good. Here's the information back here. All the licensing and all that is there, of course. And yeah, this was one of the first models that really kind of made me start looking at Global 64 a little different, because there's tire printing and wheel printing on there. You can see the text on the wheels. These are Enkis, I believe. I believe these are Enkis. Yeah, these are Enki rally wheels. You have the tire printing, the Michelin pilots. Just super well done. It rolls. It has a metal base. And overall, the livery was just really nicely done. I was very impressed with this one. Very pleasantly impressed with this one. They even did color on the interior, so they put those harness details on there. So yeah, very cool. For a Global 64, a car that costs like $13 or $14. And we're starting to get tire printing and like just nice detail, nice solid castings, metal bases. Like if this is the type of stuff that they keep putting out, this competes with Mini GT in my opinion. It definitely competes with Mini GT in my opinion for the price. Just really well done. And I didn't see any quality control issues on this one either. So yeah, this is the number 6. I think it's well deserved. This one's really nice. All right, moving on. Another Global 64 up next. And this one, again, was one that really made me open my eyes with Global 64. So this was the Mercedes-Benz 190e 2.516 Evo 1. Really cool that we're starting to get some race versions of the Evo 1. I think Mini GT will be doing some too. Yeah, this was from 1989 DTM in this really cool Hugo Boss livery. Just classic Hugo Boss livery with Klaus Ludwig. Amazing. Mercedes licensing, of course. And yeah, like I said, amazing casting. Just like the Lancer back there, it has the Dunlop tire printing, and it has the text on the wheels, on these OZ Racing wheels, which is absolutely amazing. Just like everything about this car and the livery was just so well done. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, this could have been higher on the list. The headlights looked really nice. The Mercedes hood ornament right there is amazing. Just everything about it was just really, really well done. The taillights look awesome. Again, this is a model that has a metal base. There's actually some nice exhaust detail there too. Metal base, just amazing. Really, really nice. I don't know what else to say about it except that this makes me excited for Global 64 going forward. This right here, just like the Lancer, these compete with Mini GT, and they are phenomenal car choice and very nicely executed. So I was very excited for this one, and it surpassed my expectations. It really did. So I'm excited for the rest of the 190Es that Tarmac Works is going to do. I have this one as well, which I haven't reviewed yet. This will be cool to look at. So yeah, that is the number 5, Mercedes-Benz 190E Evo 1. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Good job on that one, Tarmac Works. All right. Number 4, this is a model that I reviewed quite recently. This was the first of 2 of RWBs in my collection. So I got this one and the silver one. Obviously, I liked this one more, but this one was phenomenal. First RWB, it's the 964. I really like this particular version of it. There's the information there. And this one was just so beautiful. Really nice metal flake paint on it. The wheels are awesome with that gunmetal gray and like dark bronze. I love the purple mirrors on the side, and then that light green interior. Oh, it's just so good. And I'm typically not a fan of like super wide body Porsches and kind of just stuff in general, but I felt like with the paint and the interior color and the wheel choice and everything, I just felt like this one was super clean, and it still captures the charm of these old Porsches in my opinion. And I think going forward, the 964 is going to be my favorite RWB casting. So, yeah, really liked this one enough for it to be in the number 4 slot right here. So, yeah, plastic base, which is a little unfortunate. I wish they could give us metal bases for Hobby 64 stuff. The wheels do not roll, but overall, I was blown away with this one. It's just absolutely beautiful. Love it. All right, moving on. We are in the top 3 now. So, number 3, another Porsche. I have this one right here. So, as I said, my honorable mention, this is one of my favorite castings that Tarmac Works does. And they put out a bunch of really, really nice Porsche 911 GT3Rs this year. In fact, I think they did over, I think I have at least 5 of them that they released this year. I think 6 maybe, 7, 6, 7. And there was even more than that because they did some event exclusives and the 7-Eleven Taiwan exclusives. But this was just a normal release. And this was the DTM champion of 2023. And I believe Manthe Racing won again in 2025, which was kind of cool. So, yeah, really liked this one. Again, just a really good casting by Tarmac Works. There's all the information there. And I kind of just love this car in general, and I feel like Tarmac Works did a great job with it. I love the neon, like the neon green, neon yellow, the arrows going down the car from like where the airflow flows. Just super like cool livery and just very nicely done. The brake details are awesome. Tire printing. I love the metal photo etched wing supports on the back that they've been doing for these. Headlights. Tarmac Works typically does a pretty good job with their headlights, but these things are crystal clear. And then they did like some chrome bulb detail behind there. The headlights really pop. It is just super well done. I love it. Plastic base again, unfortunate. Wish it was metal. And does not roll. But again, just super well done. I love these Porsches. I cannot wait for more of them. And I actually need to compare the new Spark releases with these Tarmac Works as well. But anyways, yeah, this is the number 3. Love it. Just such a cool car. Such a cool livery. It won DTM in 2023. I think they just won again in 2025, like I said. Just super, super cool. So, and to go along with the RWB, they both have purple mirrors, which I think is kind of cool. Anyways, that's the number 3 car. I'll just move straight into the last 2. So, number 2 is going to be this guy right here. Another really nice Hobby 64 Plus casting rally, of course. And this is the Lancia 037 Rally from 1983 Rally Monte Carlo. And this is the car that won. So very cool. There's all the information on the back. Licensed by Lancia, of course. And this one did come... Oh, excuse me. This one did come with some trading cards, but I don't really care about them. I don't think anybody really does. But yeah, the car itself was phenomenal. Again, Hobby 64 Plus, so it does have that opening rear hatch, and the detail that you get back here is actually pretty nice. Like, I definitely nothing to complain about. The panel gaps are much better on this one than they were on this Ford RS200. But you do get a little bit of a weird gap and a couple like holes up here at the top. But overall, not bad at all as far as like the panel gaps and the execution goes. I have almost all of these Lancia 037s now because I love them. But yeah, some nice engine detail back in there, suspension, very nice. I love how the exhaust comes down like that. It is just really cool. You can see that rear diff cover there as well. And it's a Martini Lancia. Like, how more iconic could it get, right? Pirelli printing on the tires. And in fact, these wheels actually do spin. Although I doubt that this thing would roll. But yeah, very nice, just classic Martini. I love the light bar at the front. They did a really good job with this casting. I just love it. Just super well done. All the lights and everything look good. Harnesses on the interior again. It's just classic. It is just classic. I love it. I love the 037 in general, but this Martini one, there was some other options that came out this year for this casting, but honestly, the Martini is just, to me, it's the most iconic as far as Lancia goes, and I kind of have a whole Martini collection going right now, and so this fit in perfectly, and I was just really impressed with the details. This was the first Hobby 64 Plus casting that I got, and I really, really liked it. So yeah, that is the number 2 right there. Moving on to the number 1. Oh, I never get tired of looking at this one. I just love this style of car. It's another race car, and this time a Mercedes. So I have this one right here, the Mercedes AMG GT3 from the 2023 Nürburgring. So this one was done in this like hand-drawn manga style, which is just super cool. But one of the things I like about Tarmac Works is they typically do a pretty good job with their packaging. And I love the packaging for this one. It has that same art style on the actual packaging, which makes, when the car's sitting in there, it just looks so cool. Very nice. And then you have a little background of the track and the background of the track as well. So very cool. There's the information on the back, of course, licensed by Mercedes. And yeah, this is another casting from Tarmac Works that I just really love. It is super well done. Brake details, tire printing, the wing supports, just like the newer Porsche castings, are photo etched metal. Just so well done. So well done, and I just love this livery. That's kind of the main reason that it's the number 1, is that I just love this livery. It is beautiful. It's like a matte yellow, and then it's got this really cool, like, hand-drawn black and blue lines going through it. And the real car, I believe they actually did draw this livery on by hand with markers. So just really, really cool. It's amazing. I love the yellow and red accents that are on the wheels. That's really cool. And then there's carbon fiber print on the front splitter. It's not super well done carbon fiber, not as good as like Mini GT or another brand. There's some more behind the windows right there as well, but it's nice. It's a nice inclusion for sure. And yeah, this is just phenomenal. Again, plastic base, which I do wish was different, but this is just so cool. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was some of you guys out there that this was your favorite Tarmac Works as well. It's a very hyped Tarmac Works release as far as Tarmac Works goes. They sold out from places pretty quick, and I think it was well deserved. This one was super well done. So yeah, this is my number 1 for the year for Tarmac Works 2025, and I think it deserves it. So yeah, there's the list. A lot of race stuff, which is one of the main things that I like to collect from Tarmac Works, because generally they do a pretty good job with their race cars. And especially, like I said, with these Global 64s back here, they are stepping up their game and making really good quality and like just good like price to quality here for these new Global 64s. So I hope to see that continue. Yeah, it was a good year for Tarmac Works. A lot of really nice models, and there's a bunch of other stuff as well that they released that I also really like. But yeah, this is the top 10 list right here. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I did have fun doing this though. The first time ever doing a top 10 or just like a top Tarmac Works video. So I think we'll continue to do this every year. I don't see why not. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.